So today we're going to be ranking every single UFC Abu Dhabi main event on this tier list. We've got GOAT, Great, Good, Mid, Dog Shit. Only one fight can go into GOAT, by the way. Let's start off with the most recent Abu Dhabi main event. That's Robert Whittaker taking on RDR. This was a good fight. Very competitive fight. RDR won by split decision. There were some good moments in the fight, most notably Whittaker dropping RDR with the big right hand. Also, if RDR didn't cheat and grab onto the glove, I think Whittaker would have finished him. But overall, a very fun, competitive matchup. It's not going to win fight of the year. It's also not the worst fight of the year. I enjoyed it. It was a good matchup. Moving on to Figueiredo Benavidez 2. Yo, Figueiredo could have been charged for war crimes for what he done to Joseph Benavidez in both matchups. Yo, Figueiredo slimed Joseph Benavidez out twice. Like, some of the most brutal stuff you'll see in MMA are in those two fights. It was a great watch. Yo, Figueiredo back then, you had to be there. Prime Figueiredo, you had to be there to witness. The fights with Benavidez, the fights with Moreno. Figueiredo was moving different against Benavidez, though. Like, he brutalized Benavidez. Nasty, nasty stuff. If you haven't watched both of their fights, go back and watch it. The second fight is where Figueiredo wins by submission. Yo, Figueiredo quite literally nearly put Benavidez on a t-shirt twice in front of the guy's wife. Figueiredo was moving different back then. Figueiredo was on smoke. This was a great watch. Go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. This is mid. It was a good card. You had Chito Vera versus Figueiredo on the card. You had Tony Ferguson, Michael Chiesa on the card. Obviously, this is the main event. But this as the main event, pretty boring matchup. Corey Sandhagen was very defensively minded in this fight. Umar Nurmagomedov didn't even deserve this fight. He hadn't beat anybody in the top 15 at bantamweight, yet he was in a number one contender fight against Corey Sandhagen. Just didn't make any sense at all. The fight didn't deliver either. It was a good technical matchup, and you got to see that Corey Sandhagen really worked on his takedown defense and his get-ups, and he kept himself safe on the ground. I remember Umar had his back at points, but pretty boring matchup. Umar won it convincingly. Yeah, I mean, it could have been dog shit, honestly. It could have been dog shit. Oliveira versus Makhachev. Good. It was a good fight. Yo, I was so hyped up for this matchup, and then Islam Makhachev ruined it.
Brother.
I believed in Oliveira. Yo, Oliveira as champion might be the best title run ever. Like, the fight against Chandler, Poirier, Gaethje, and then Islam Makhachev ruined everything. Yo, Oliveira, I'm convinced whoever fought Makhachev that night, it actually wasn't Charles Oliveira, it was someone cosplaying him. Why the fuck was Oliveira pulling guard against Makhachev?
Huh?
Does anybody know why? But it was a good performance from Makhachev though. Dropped Oliveira, and then that arm triangle he got, brutal finish. Good win for Makhachev, started the dominant title run for Islam Makhachev. Then we went on to get Volkanovski versus Islam after this. Great fight. But yeah, it's not a fight I'm going to go back and watch a lot, to be honest. Because Islam won it so convincingly. I was a diehard Oliveira stan going into this fight. I could have potentially dyed my hair blonde for this fight. Like, I really wanted Oliveira to win this. Also, this was a great card as well. This was Aljo, TJ Dillashaw, Marab, Petr Yan, and Sean O'Malley as well. This was a really good card. Abu Dhabi always has good cards. But yeah, this main event was just, from what I thought it was going to be, it was very one-sided from Islam. Good win from him. Next up, we have got Jan Blachowicz versus Glover Teixeira. I'm going to put this in mid. Glover Teixeira becoming one of the oldest UFC champions. I actually forgot this fight had happened. I actually forgot this was an Abu Dhabi main event. This had Corey Sandhagen and Marab for the interim title in the co-main event, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it wasn't like a great matchup. Glover Teixeira just out-grappled Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz, when he beat Dominic Reyes, and then he beat Adesanya, I thought Jan Blachowicz was going to be a pretty dominant champion, and then Glover Teixeira just out-grappled him pretty easy. Got a rear naked choke in. Again, it's not a fight I'm ever going to go back and watch, to be honest. It was pretty mid. Next up, Volkanovski versus Makhachev 2. Yo, I'm a Volkanovski fan. I really am. I like Volkanovski. Volkanovski took this fight on short notice. It was meant to be Islam versus Oliveira 2. Oliveira got cut. Volkanovski stepped in on short notice. And Islam Makhachev quite literally, kicked Volkanovski's head off his shoulders. And I'm kind of glad it happened. I'm going to be honest. I'm a Volkanovski fan, but the way people were moving after Islam Makhachev versus Volkanovski won, if you don't think Volkanovski won that matchup, you're such a casual. So you are, man. You're such a casual. Islam won the first fight. It was a close competitive matchup. Islam won it. And then to see Islam go in there and just boot Volkanovski's head off his shoulders, finish him brutally. Now, if Volkanovski had a full camp, this fight wouldn't have played out like that. I will concede to that. But to see Islam Makhachev do that and kind of just shut that side of the MMA fan base up, it was a great watch. No, this fight fucking broke me. Yeah, this fight really, this fight stung. Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier 2. I'm going to put it good. If McGregor won, this would have been GOAT. I'm going to be honest. I'm a McGregor fan. I actually seen that someone saying that this was like prime McGregor in here, and this was the best his boxing looked. They actually do give a good argument for why, but I don't think this was prime Conor McGregor. McGregor was moving different. This guy had been cloned. Whoever cloned Oliveira to fight Makhachev cloned McGregor to fight Poirier. Peace, man. Can I get a bottle of your hot sauce? Can we pose together, Dustin? Can I donate to your charity? What the fuck was that? Although the fight itself was pretty fun, McGregor was having a lot of success against Poirier. He was cracking him, but Poirier with that calf kick. Yo, has McGregor never ever seen the calf kick before? A calf kick is hard to defend against, but McGregor had nothing, absolutely nothing to stop that at all. It was a pretty fun fight though while it lasted. Then we got the third fight. Wasn't really great. Haven't seen McGregor since. But yeah, yo, I remember this. I thought McGregor was going to slime out Dustin Poirier, and then we were going to get the Khabib Nurmagomedov rematch. Bruh. And that just didn't happen. That just did not happen. I remember watching this fight. It felt like it took 10 years off my lifespan, I'm going to be honest. Holloway versus Topuria. GOAT. This fight had me on the edge of my seat. I'm literally sitting watching the fight like this. I thought Holloway was going to do it. I really did. I thought Max Holloway had the style to beat someone like Ilia Topuria. I didn't. I thought there was more of a chance of, I don't know, an asteroid destroying Earth than seeing Max Holloway get knocked out by Topuria. That's how confident I was in his chin. And don't tell me Holloway wasn't having success, because he was. He was having success against Ilia Topuria, landing a nice jab on him. At this stage in Holloway's career, he's added a bit more kicks. He was landing some kicks on Topuria, and then Topuria just hit him with a... And, it was Holloway's lying there looking up. Mark Goddard's hugging him. Holding his head. Broke me to see Holloway knocked out by Ilia Topuria. I'm on the Ilia Topuria hype train now, but back then I wasn't. After what I seen him do to Volkanovski, I wanted Max Holloway to put him out cold. Didn't happen. Ilia instantly walks out, points to the mat. Max Holloway's pretending he's the matador. This fight had everything. GOAT. Next up, this could have been GOAT. Max Holloway, Calvin Kattar. Talk about brutalizing someone. I'm the best boxer in the UFC, baby. I'm the best boxer in the UFC. I'm the best boxer in the UFC. I know I'm not having a stroke. I'm just trying to reenact what Max Holloway was doing. Beat the living piss out of Calvin Kattar. Badly beat up Calvin Kattar. Very fun watch. If only he had got the stoppage. How fucking tough is Calvin Kattar, though, to take that beating from Max Holloway? Very, very fun watch. Great performance from Max Holloway. Moving on, Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje. I'm going to put this in good. Yeah, I'm going to put it in good. Habib Nurmagomedov against Gaethje. Gaethje coming off that win over Tony Ferguson. That Gaethje-Tony Ferguson card was legendary, by the way. I never give Gaethje a chance of beating Habib Nurmagomedov. This fight kind of went how I seen it. Gaethje landed some okay leg kicks, but Habib Nurmagomedov just beat him up easy. Just took him down, smudged him. Pretty easy. Habib Nurmagomedov retired. Yeah, it was kind of expected, kind of what I thought was going to happen. Robert Whittaker versus Darren Till. I'm going to put this in great. I like this fight. I thought it was a very, very fun matchup. Very close. Whittaker did get the win. Landed a couple of crucial takedowns against Darren Till later on in the fight. But if you haven't seen this fight, go back and rewatch it. It was a very, very fun striking matchup. Whittaker does throw in some takedowns, but... And then, I'm pretty sure this is the matchup where Darren Till caught Whittaker with that big elbow. Knocked Whittaker down. It's a really fun fight. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. A fight not to go back and watch. Usman versus Masvidal 1. This fight was the definition of dog shit. This was ass. This fight was shit. Like poop. This fight was so bad. Usman just foot stomping Masvidal. Masvidal took the fight on short notice. I get that. This just wasn't a fun fight. This was crap. Now, obviously, their rematch delivered. Usman knocked him out, but their first fight was awful. Like, so bad. I stayed up for this fight. For what reason? I have no idea why. Because it was shit. After round 1, I should have turned the fight off. It was crap. Do not go back and watch the fight. And Habib Nurmagomedov versus Dustin Poirier. I'm putting this fight into great because... when Poirier nearly had the guillotine on Habib, I started speaking in deaf. I started being like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I started speaking in deaf. I thought Poirier was going to sub him. And then Poirier gets subbed. That's kind of what happens in a Poirier title fight. But yeah, those are my rankings for UFC Abu Dhabi main events. Let me know how you would rank them in the comments below. And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you all again in the next one.